Hindu tradition speaks of the goddess Parvati, who shaped a Shiva Linga out of the sand, then worshipped Lord Shiva. Shiva also means one in whom the whole creation sleeps after dissolution. Linga also means the same thing, a place where created objects get dissolved during the disintegration of the created universe. Since according to Hinduism, it is the same God that creates, sustains, and withdraws the universe, the Shiva Lingham represents symbolically God Himself. This is a pretty tall order for one stone to fill. However, the Shiva Lingham has no trouble keeping up with the legends that are as old as the gods themselves. When working with Shiva Lingham, one can instantly feel the resonation of the vibration of creation. Once again, this vibration has no judgment, discernment, or emotion. The interesting thing the Shiva Lingham brings to the table is a mental checklist, reminding us of each and every aspect of creation before we push it into motion. By working with Shiva Lingham when consciously creating, we are able to mentally see our spectrum of realistic movement and using our mental capacity choose which direction is best for the evolution of our creation. The Shiva Lingham also helps one to realize the God within themselves. So much of our sense of self is reflected by how we are creating our reality. Do we fear God? Do we know God? Do we recognize God? As one works with Shiva Lingham, whether they are connected to the earth, your own creative power, or seeking your own internal power, the realization that we are our own creators is inevitable. As this realization can at times be brutal, it is quite helpful that this stone assists us with supporting energies such as our feeling of security in our creations, as well as our confidence in our ability to create. There are many situations that we have created throughout our lifetimes where it is very difficult to admit what our part in the situation truly was. We all have also subconsciously repeated patterns causing our reality to be created for us. The Shiva Lingham helps us to find our part of where we are at now and push through to where we want to be. As the Shiva Lingham represents the Lord Shiva, the energy this stone brings to us also represents that of Shiva. Shiva, known as the destroyer because he helps us to understand the cycle of time. He's known as benevolent because he destroys the old, making way for the new. This is a good description of how the Shiva Lingham works with our energetic system. We learn that time is a cycle that is a destroyer in itself. However, if we continue to reinvent ourselves with each moment, we can attain immortality. The Shiva Lingham also helps one to pace themselves as to how fast their personal growth is going. Sometimes we move a little slower when we want to, and sometimes we move way too fast. Using this stone at either of those times will assist us in either speeding it up or slowing it down. After we are able to feel that we have a good balance of growth, working with the Shiva helps us to maintain a steady pace determined by our own expectations.